It's Pizza Fridays at the bake shop from here on going forward. We've had a lot of people asking us over the years, can we have pizza dough? So we've answered. Fridays only, about 11:30 to 12. The pizza doughs are going to go in the fridge in the front of house. And I'm just going to give you a little demo on how to shape them, what to do with them when you get them home. So here we go. You're going to get a little box, looks like this, chilled in the fridge. The dough is pretty much ready to go. It's had its fermentation. We make our dough with a poolish and a sourdough starter. So a poolish is a very low inoculation yeast dough that we ferment for 15 hours along with our sourdough starter. That goes into the dough. You have a look in there. It's nice and bubbly, glossy, and cold. So what you want to do is, you're ready to make your pizza. It's Friday night, pizza time. You take the box out of the fridge about 40 minutes, maybe an hour before you're going to make pizza. Let it rest, let it come back to life and back up to temperature, and it's pretty much ready to go. So the shaping, I know it makes us all nervous, but don't be worried. What you want to do is tear the box open so you can get to your dough. It shouldn't stick to the box. We have made sure it doesn't. Tear it open like that. Get a little bit of flour on your hands and a good amount of flour, semolina, polenta, whatever grabs your fancy on your workbench, and just tip it out like that. Peel the box away and then back down again. Might stick to a little bit, no worries. Let me get rid of that. So you've got your dough. We are going to squash the air out from the middle to the outside to get it to get the shape we want, get the foundation for the shape that we want before we start baking it. So dip your fingers in the flour and start working from the middle towards the outside. Don't squash the air out of the outside of the dough. You want to squash the air towards the outside of the dough and kind of leave it in there. Squash it, squash it, squash it. Dip your fingers in the flour if you need a bit more flour on there, till you end up with a roundish shape and a nice good rim. You've got some nice bubbles going on there because the fermentation is doing its job. It is a well fermented dough, so it's going to stretch really easily. It's nice and relaxed. It's not going to need a lot of hard work to stretch it. It also quite high hydration, about 70-71%. So not the easiest dough to work with, but the benefit is it's going to be nice and open out of the oven, and it's going to be easy to stretch. So flour the back of your hands a little bit, and you're going to lift the dough up onto the back of your hands, and you're going to stretch it like this, using the outside of your thumbs and the outside of your hands to stretch it as you rotate it. It doesn't take much. Lift it off gently, stretch it round, stretch it round, stretch it round. If at any point it gets a bit out of control, unwieldy, pop it back down again. Don't panic, it's all going to be fine. You can always lift it up again, nice and gently. Give it another little stretch here and there. And also, you can always adjust it on the workbench till you've got the shape you want. If this bit of dough needs a bit more stretching, give it a little stretch. No panics, easy peasy. So you've got two options to bake it. You want a super hot oven, convection oven or fan oven, 260, 280, whack it all the way up, nice and hot. Normally, if you're lucky enough, you can have a little baking stone in your oven, a pizza stone or something like that. Best thing to use for that is a bit of parchment paper or greaseproof paper. Lift your base up, put it on your greaseproof, slide your greaseproof onto a little pizza peel or baking tray, and then it's super easy to just slip off the pizza peel or baking tray onto your stone in your oven. 6 to 8 minutes. It'll be beautiful. If not, you might have one of these little numbers, which are great. Again, super hot oven, same thing again. We've shaped it, we're ready to go. I'm just going to gently lift this up, plonk it on there like that. Again, no stress. If it's not 100% perfect, just gently lift it up, give it a little stretch here, give it a little tug there, till you're happy with it. Wonky pizza tastes just the same. There you go, ready to go. Now, toppings, don't go overboard. Nice little bit of tomato sauce. Everybody's got their own special recipe. I like a bit of garlic, mixed herbs, salt, a lot of olive oil in there. Nice little layer of that. Use a dryish mozzarella, not the super wet stuff that's soaked in the water. It's going to make your pizza too wet. in the oven, 6 to 8 minutes. Every oven's different, so just have a play around. Couple of bits about the dough. You're going to buy it on a Friday. It's going to be at its absolute best Friday afternoon, or Friday lunchtime, or Friday evening. Leave it in the fridge until an hour before you're ready to use it. It is still good on Saturday. You will notice that the crumb becomes a little bit more chewy, but you can leave it in the fridge until the Saturday, make it Saturday lunch, Saturday dinner. Any longer than that, soon as you get it, put it in the freezer, and it'll be good in the freezer for probably 2 to 4 weeks. I wouldn't leave it any longer than that. Take it out 8 hours before you want to make pizza, leave it in the fridge, and then follow the same process. Hope you love it. Pizza Fridays. Enjoy.